But the unity, the credibility of the BJP has taken a major beating, because in the middle of all this is not Vijayendra, it is not Yatnal, it is not Ramesh Jharkioli, it is a man called Yadurappa, who actually laid the foundation of the party in Karnataka along with Ishwarappa. I have read books after books as to how apparently he would travel in bicycles. Dr. Yatnal and Arun, correct me if I am wrong, going to people to say, join the party, please come, we are giving you an alternative. What has this Yatnal episode done? Clearly put that old elderly leader right there and trapped him. And today, therefore, I think it's too little, too late. B.S. Arun, please come into the, I'll come back to you, Prashant. B.S. Arun, let me have you on the screen. Tell me, Arun, I mean, the thing is that there are several theories. It's very obvious that his constant criticism of Vijayendra, of not listening to Delhi, there's multiple trips to Delhi, both camps coming here, dinner parties being hosted, of course, war of words, etc., etc. But do you think that Yatnal getting into the honey trap case, where making a reference to Rajanna, was the last straw which broke the camel's back, Arun?
Yes, in fact, I was about to say that it was a slip of paper that was given to Yatnal from the Treasury benches, after which he raised the topic of honey trap and named Rajana as the man, in the center of this honey trap episode. So from there it started, and party perhaps thought that he's actually helping a section of the ruling party to pit oneself against the other. So that was the last nail on the coffin for Yatnal. Having said that, uh, as far as the impact of Yatnal remains to be seen. Whether the Lingayat vote bank will hurt the BJP, it remains to be seen. Although I think it may not as much, because Yatnal is not a statewide known leader. He's well known in his own constituency and surrounding areas in Bagalkot district, and he was NP twice. He was MLA twice and MLC once. MLC one as an independent, after which he was expelled. That was the second time. So I don't think it will affect the party that much. But one thing we have to remember is that he comes from the Panchamsali sect of the Lingayats. If Basraj can correct me, Panchamsalis account for about 60% of the population of the Lingayats, and have quite a stronghold of population in several districts of Karnataka, especially in the northern and central Karnataka areas. So there, the impact may be felt to some extent. The Swamijis, as you mentioned, Sudha, are backing him. The Panchamsali Swamijis. So to that extent, the party might face some backlash. But then overall, I don't think it would be a big thing for the party. And another thing that we should remember, that even though the Lingayats supported to some extent the BJP candidates, the party didn't fare well in many of the districts like Karwar, Chikodi, that part of the
Right.
Hyderabad, Karnataka, and Bombay, Karnataka.
Just Prashant, tell me something, that there are lots of now voices coming to the fore. Notices have also been issued to other leaders. What do you think is, what kind of an impact do you think? Do you think there should be a strategy to see to it? He may not be a very tall leader, but he still has a following. Do you think your party has a strategy to do something to kind of put a lid on this mini rebellion which has been going on, Prashant?
See, Sudha, we are, as a repeat, we are the largest political party, and one person cannot say he is bigger than the party. Party is built collectively, and each and every Karyakarta will strive to ensure that we come back to power in 2028 assembly elections here. So therefore, if anybody today thinks that they are bigger than the party and they can have their say, I think we have to only say that they are caught dreaming and nothing more. Because ours is a party the foundation of which is laid by the Karyakartas, and they ensure that we win seats. We know we have leaders and who have taken greater strides, but it is the Karyakartas who ensure that from every booth we get a lead, which means on the ground work happens to the Karyakartas.
There is no
and therefore,
doubt.
if
There
anybody
is-
is threatening, saying that we would damage BJP, it is not possible.
All right.
because BJP
Prashant.
is built on strong ideological foundations, and
Yeah.
one person cannot shake it at all.
Pramit,
And remember, we have grown from 2 MPs in 1984 to forming the government for the third consecutive time, which is a record of sorts. Therefore, we don't really go behind one gentleman to say that he is a savior. Definitely not. Party is bigger.
Prashant,
than
I do
every
agree. Let's
individual.
move on. Prashant, there is no doubt about that. It's studied the world over. The kind of booth management the BJP does, it's a lesson. I mean, politics apart, there is no doubt, Prashant. Everyone knows that's the truth. I'm going to ask you another question, Prashant. You say your party is cadre based. You say your party is, looks for discipline. Party is very, very smart. The only place in the south where your party has been in power, and that's a first. Come on, that's a feather in your cap. But I want to ask you a question. That he was expelled, Yatnal was expelled in the year 2015 after he contested the Legislative Council election as a rebel candidate, right?
Yes.
But he was reinducted in 2018 at Yadurappa's behest. I don't understand these things. The same thing was done to Yadurappa. The same thing was done to Vasundhara Raje Scindia in Rajasthan. BJP, why does BJP make these blunders again and again?
Because you can't call them blenders. In a family, when you have certain rifts and people move out of the family, you'll always welcome back